Hello, welcome to the village of Grunsborough in Suffolk. We're about 4 miles out of Ipswich and 4 miles from Woodbridge, equidistant between the two. We're in the village shop because when a village loses power, of course, these things, the fridges, that's a problem for the shopkeeper, and it's a problem for the people who want stuff from the shop in the village as well, because the tills don't work and nothing works as far as they're concerned. And they've been without power for most of yesterday and a lot of the houses until about 2 or 3 hours ago. In fact, when I arrived here at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, there were still engineers working here. We'll hear more about Grunsborough in a little while, but let's start with the big picture and Gareth George.
The moment Coast Guards rescued a child and mother from their stranded car. The spring tides here higher than expected this morning because of the high winds.
I feel really shaky. I kind of wish I'd trusted my gut and gone a different way. But I saw other cars going past that were the same height as this one, and thought I'd be able to make it.
And drivers were caught out too on the road to Mersey Island in Essex. It's often covered by the tide, but not as deep as this. In Brentwood in Essex this morning, a car was dragged from a sinkhole. The sinkhole opened up when a sewer collapsed. Across the region this morning, it was time to assess the damage. In Kings Lynn, Ciara had ripped the roof off this tyre depot.
The debris went everywhere.
It went everywhere, on the road behind us, on the docks, damage to various other things, could have killed somebody.
Meanwhile, this was Taverham in Norfolk as it was lashed by torrential rain.
The rainfall was quite small here, but it all came in about 15 minutes when that squall line came through. It made for some impressive videos and that sort of thing. I've seen quite a few of those on social media in the last 24 hours with people out and about and getting hit by this as it came through.
In Thetford, a CCTV camera captured a tree coming down. As you're about to see, this tree landed in an unfortunate spot. Because this is what it hit, signs of damage still visible. Scores of falling trees brought down power lines across the east. This morning, teams of engineers were trying to restore power. This team were in Garboldisham in Norfolk. One told me trying to find the fault was like looking for a needle in a haystack. In the village itself, the power cut closed the school, and one villager was trying to get his generator working so he could save the food in his packed freezer.
When you need it the most, you dig it out from the back of the garage and it doesn't work. So yeah, desperately trying to get it going now, to get the fridge going and get the food frozen, keep it frozen, yeah.
Have you got much in your freezer?
Just been shopping, so it's full.
He was lucky. Minutes later, engineers found the fault. The power was back on. But near Sudbury, Brookwood Manor care home was without electricity for 24 hours. Residents were kept warm with blankets and fed takeaway food. And the challenging weather goes on. This afternoon, a sudden hailstorm turned Norwich white. Gareth George, BBC Look East.